Hello, welcome. Today we're looking at just a few of the fantastic features in our new release. All these releases add some great new features and improve on our existing offering. Today's release video will cover patches 47, 48 and 49. Features include enhancements to cataloging, circulation, acquisitions, embedding videos and images, and links for series. Whoa! Our development team have been hard at work making Liberty even more awesome. Our patch 47 release contained minor enhancements and bug fixes. You're able to review the full release notes up in the help menu. This release video will focus on patches 48 and 49. Okay, let's check out patch 48. In this patch release, there's a ton of great stuff, but today I'm going to give you a quick update on cataloging, circulation and reporting. And remember, all the details are in our release notes. You can get to those from our help menu. Okay, well here I am over on the management side of Liberty, and I wanted to run through a couple of great changes we've made in cataloging and circulation. First up, cataloging. Now in this area, we have added the ability to bulk add or change the copyright notice you apply to your resources. Now, quick side note, you'll need to have the copyright module enabled to take advantage of this bulk add or bulk change feature. In cataloging, I will go to my resources and let's say I want to add a bulk copyright notice to all of my maps and plans. I'm going to bring those up here and I've got them listed on the screen. Under this menu here for resources, there's a new option called bulk copyright if you've got the copyright module enabled. I can choose bulk copyright and then pick the notice I'd like to apply. It's the image copyright I'd like to apply and click on submit. You can now see that the results at the top indicate 9 resources have been scheduled to be updated with the copyright notice I chose during the next housekeeping period. Now let's imagine my housekeeping period has run and I'm going to search for this particular map in my OPAC so I can show you what the copyright notice looks like. Over on the OPAC, I'm just going to do that search quickly. Here's the resource that I added the bulk copyright notice to. You can see that here I need to review or accept the copyright before I can actually access the content. My copyright notice appears on the screen and I can accept or decline. Another handy feature of our copyright module is that this accept or decline is noted in the system. I'll accept and that will allow me to access this particular item. You can see I can now see full details, including the ability to download that particular file. Now the other feature I'd like to show you sits back over in our management screen. Let me head just back over here and over to circulation. We've added 2 new options for our circulation menu, and they include current loans and loan history. They're now directly accessible from the menu under circulation. That's a handy feature, I think. Now back over on the OPAC, I wanted to show you a new search type we've added to our book carousel and book slider information boxes. Over here, let's add an information box and I'll be able to show you more. We've added a new copy search type to our book carousel and book slider information boxes. Let me give this one a title so we'll be able to find it when we've saved it. The new search type sits here. It's called New Copies. Now this new search type will restrict displayed resources to those with copies added within the time period specified under parameter 1204. Let's add one and I will show you some more details. Click on Save. And I'll just need to reposition my information boxes so we can see it. Let me pop it right up at the top here. So here are my new copies which have been added to the system in the last time period as per my parameter. You can see there's now quite a few types of information boxes or sliders we can add to our homepage. They all have uses in promoting our collection. When we talk about new copies for this particular update and release feature, they are a new copy of a title. Maybe you already had the title and you've ordered extra copies because it's been so popular. New resources are new titles to your catalogue. You've never had these in your collection before. Some of our libraries add titles that are on order, but they don't want them to appear until the copy actually arrives. This is the perfect way to do that on your OPAC. What a nifty little feature. The last update I'd like to share with you is an enhancement we've made to our interests reports. Now, over in our interests notifications email clicks report, we've added some extra columns. Let's go over and have a look. So under circulation and reports, let's look at our interest statistics. Now, this report has had 3 new columns added. They are borrower name, borrower type, and department. And I guess the best way for you to see that is for me to run the report and show you. This report will show us once an interest notification email has been sent, who's actually clicking on what and when. Let me open the report and show you how it will look. You can see the 3 new columns that have been added are borrower name, borrower type, and department. This will really add some useful information to an already excellent little report that will show exactly who's clicking on the interest emails that you're sending. Now that wraps up the last update I'd like to share with you from our patch 48 update. Now onto our patch 49 update. In this patch release, I'm going to give you a quick update on acquisitions, circulation, embedded images and videos, and some great improvements we've made to the way series are viewed in the OPAC. First up, acquisitions. Now I'm over here on the management side of Liberty. Let's head over to acquisitions, and I want to show you a change we've made to the way suppliers are viewed. Inactive suppliers are now hidden by default on this suppliers page. They won't be selectable when choosing a supplier throughout the system. You can still view all your suppliers by clicking on this link. You can see that some of these suppliers are marked as inactive. If I'd like to mark another supplier as inactive, all I need to do is click on the edit icon here, click the checkbox that says inactive, and save. This supplier will now be marked as inactive. This is a great new feature to keep your list of suppliers as current as it can be. You can also reactivate suppliers by just reversing the function. Click on the edit icon, check the box, and click save. And this supplier will now be marked as active. And while we're here on the management side of Liberty, I wanted to show you a new reservation history option which we've added in our circulation menu. Circulation and reservations. From this area, under reservation history, we've added an option to let you browse, search, sort, and report on reservation history records. Let me show you an example. Let's search, say, for a title I know gets requested a lot, Management Today. I'm going to add this into my search and see how often it's been reserved. From here, I'm also able to export a report or, on the screen, at a glance, have a look at how much Management Today has been reserved by my borrowers. Speaking of reservations and reservation history, we've added a great new feature where it's possible for borrowers to defer their reservations. Now, this can be done in one of two places. The first area a borrower can defer their reservation is under My Portal. Let's go and have a look. Under My Portal, if I choose Requests, I'll be able to see the reservations I have in the system. You can see I have 3 reservations currently in the system. If I'd like to defer this reservation, all I need to do is click on Edit, add in a date that I would like to defer this reservation until, and then click on Save. Now you can see this reservation has been deferred until the 30th of November. So what does that mean? It means that deferred reservations will be ignored during reservation processing. The reservation available notice has been updated to notify borrowers that they're able to do this through My Portal. The library will keep your place in the queue but not process your reservation until the date you've nominated has passed. Now you can clear this date if you no longer wish to defer the reservation. Click on Edit, highlight the date, backspace over it and click on Save. That reservation deferral date has now been deleted. The other area you're able to defer reservations is in the circulation desk. Here's my borrower profile, and under Reserve you can see I've got the same 3 reservations we just saw under My Portal. If I click on the edit icon, and I can nominate a date to defer this reservation until. Let's defer it until the 1st of December. Click on Save, and again you can see it's now been deferred until the 1st of December. If I'd like to remove that deferred date, I just click on the trash can to delete it, click on Save, and it's been cleared. What a great feature to let people take advantage of a deferred reservation for things like annual leave, or if they know they're not going to be able to pick the item up when it's available to them. The next update I'd like to share with you is on our OPAC, but it starts back here in the management area of Liberty. We've now added the ability to display embedded videos and images in the detail view of a resource on the OPAC. For this to happen though, there are some changes we need to make to our bib types, or changes to keep in mind when we're creating our bib types. Let's head over to Cataloguing and Bib Types. There are 2 things that we need to keep in mind when we're editing or creating a new bib type in order for us to see these embedded videos or images in our OPAC. I'm going to edit this bib type here, audio visual, so I can show you the 2 things you'll need to keep in mind. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we can upload a file to the resource on that bib type. So let's click on Edit, and you can see here on this particular bib type, currently a file is not able to be added. I'm going to change this to Yes and click on Save. The second thing I need to do to be able to view the embedded image or video in the OPAC is I need to modify my page editing fields. The one I need to modify is number 3, Catalogue Detail on the OPAC. I'll click on Edit, and I need to move Embedded File from the Unused to the Used field on this particular page edit. I've done that here, and I'll click on Save. Now, when I clicked on Edit, this opened a second tab in my browser to allow me to edit the page details. I've completed what I need to do, and I can close this tab. What I need to do now is create a resource for this particular bib type so I can show you how it would look on the OPAC. Let's head over to Resources and choose New. The resource type I'm going to create is the one I just edited, Audio Visual, and I'll click Add. I'm giving this a simple title. It's a little Z3950 video that I want to add. I'll click on Save, and I'm not adding any other details to this resource. What I wanted to do was upload a file that'll be visible as an embedded file in the OPAC. I'm going to choose my file, and it's here. Click on Open, Upload, and then Finish. Now let's go and have a look at that particular resource on the OPAC. I'll head back over to the OPAC. I'll do my search. Here's the resource that I just created, and I'll click on the link, and you can see here the video is embedded in my search results. I can also play the video by clicking on the play button, and this all happens in the detail view of the resource. Now currently the only supported video file type is MP4. Just keep that in mind when you're adding your videos to the OPAC. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can complete this exact same process for images. So let's head back over to the management side of Liberty and do exactly the same. Step 1 will be to modify my bib type to allow both the file and the embedded file options we talked about earlier. Let's modify this bib type here, picture. Now in this particular bib type, you can see the ability to add a file has already been enabled. So the only change I need to make is to my page editing, number 3. I'll click on Edit, and I'll move Embedded File over from my Unused to my Used field. Again, it's opened up a separate tab. I've finished everything I need to do here. Click on Save, and I can close this tab down. Now let's head back to Resources and create a brand new resource based on the bib type I just modified. It's this one here, Picture. Click on Add. I'll give this a title. I need to upload the file. I'll choose my file. Click on Open, Upload, and then Finish. So now I've completed everything I need for this new resource. Let's head over to the OPAC and have a look at this embedded image. Let's do a search for that particular resource. Here's the resource I just added, and you can see here it is embedded in the detail view of my resource. Great little feature. Now bear in mind the supported image file type includes GIF, JPEG, JPG, PNG, and SVG. Images that are under 2 megabytes are displayed by default. Of course, you can change the maximum file size of an image through parameters, and you can modify that using parameter 4261. This is a great way to keep our borrowers in our OPAC and viewing some fantastic images and videos at the click of a button. While we're on the OPAC side of Liberty, why don't I share another great enhancement we've made with this release? We've improved the display of series in the OPAC, particularly on the search result detail page. Let me search for a series and I will show you what I mean. I'm going to search for the Harry Potter series, and you can see my results have appeared here on the screen. If I click on one of these results, I'll be able to see more detail. Now let me talk to you more about the great changes that we've made. You can see that the series field now shows a list of other resources in the same series, and we've got links to each of them. This is going to make tracking them down so much easier. Now you can also see that they've been ordered. So when I set these series up, I nominated which resource came first, second, or third, and so on. The resource that I've selected appears in bold. You can see the resources that appear before it and after it. Now the series list is truncated, so if there are more items to view, you have the option to view them all. Once you click on View All, they'll return in the results like this. The series will be sorted first by series part, then by publication date. This makes searching and connecting series a lot easier. I think you'll agree. Back over on our circulation desk, we've added a new Payment History tab. This new Payment History tab has been added to the circulation desk, and it will display the borrower's payment history sorted from the most recent to the least. Back over in the management side of Liberty, I just wanted to show you one more great feature that we've added to our reporting. It's now possible to specify column widths when creating a custom print report. This new feature will automatically calculate the page width of the page in portrait mode. This feature is available in both centimetres and inches. Let's have a look at this new custom report in Resources. I'm going to create a custom report for the new resources that I've recently catalogued. So I'll head over here to my report function and I will choose a new custom report. I'm going to give this report a name. I'm going to make it so that it pops up right at the top. Now I'll add in the columns that I'd like this custom report to contain. So I'd like the title, I'd like the barcode, I'd also like the branch that it belongs to, and I would also like to know, better add branch in, and I'd also like to know who the author is. So here we go, I've added in the report columns that I would like to appear. For me to be able to specify the column width, I will choose one of these fields and click on Edit. I'm now able to determine the column width in either centimetres or inches, as you can see here. So let's make this one 10 centimetres wide so we can definitely see what it looks like when the report gets generated. If I click on Save, you will now see that the actual screen for my custom report has also changed slightly. I'm able to see the total width of my report and the total page width that is allowable. And as you can see here, there's a slight discrepancy. So I'm going to edit the author field and I'm going to bring that value down so that my report fits on the page. And you can see that these two values now match. I'd like this report generated as a PDF and I'm going to click Save. Now I'm going to run this custom report. Here's my report here, and you can see my title column is 10 centimetres wide and the remaining columns take up the rest of the page width. So this is a great new feature that lets you adjust the way that your report will look based on the fields that you're adding. What a handy little feature. Well, there you have it. It's time to wrap up. There's plenty of updates, changes, and enhancements in this release. We've covered cataloguing, circulation, acquisitions, embedding videos and images, and links for series. We're always looking for ways to improve Liberty. As always, our support team is ready to help you if you need it. Get in touch. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching our latest release video. I hope you found it useful.